Hi everyone, welcome to the gentle yoga practice today. Just a little bit of a heads up, gentle doesn't necessarily mean easy, it just means that we are going a little bit slower, we'll still be moving an awful lot, but we will kind of keep things a little bit slower and a bit more gentle on the body. For today's practice, we will be doing a lot of standing poses and floor poses and things like that. We will not be doing anything where we bear weight in our wrists and shoulders. Wrists for just a minute, we'll be in tabletop a couple of times. We won't be doing any down dogs and things like that, so there won't be any weight in the shoulders. But we will go ahead and have a bit of fun with it. So here we go. We're just going to sit in a nice, comfortable, easy position. Just move around a little bit. Just start to get a little bit soft in your body. We're still going to sit up nice and tall. You want that nice long spine, nice straight line from head down to the sit bones where we reach the mat. And we're just going to start by coming back to our breath. So just let everything go for today. There's nothing else that we need to do right now other than be right here. So we'll just take a couple of nice deep breaths in and out. And close your eyes if you want to. It's up to you. And as you breathe in, just feel your whole body fill up with air and lift up a little bit. So breathing in, chest is opening, heart opening, shoulders are opening a little bit. Feel free to move around your body. And out, we just feel everything soften back down. And just bring your hands to your heart. And if you'd like to set an intention for today, you can. I would suggest something very kind to yourself. Things may be shaky, they may feel different. I know for me that happens a lot. But just give yourself grace and space. So bring the hands back to the knees. We're going to take the left hand just gently behind the body, take the right hand over to the left knee. We'll sit up nice and tall, breathing in to get really tall, and then as we breathe out, we can start to twist over to the left, feeling the twist come from your center, from your powerhouse, your core here, rather than twisting in the neck as much. Again, breathing in and breathing out, perhaps you go a little further. And one last breath in and out. This time as we breathe in, we'll come all the way around to the other side. Hand comes behind gently. Front hand resting on the knee. Breathing in to get tall. And breathing out, take that twist from the center. And then breathing in, come back to the front. Just do some gentle shoulder rolls. In with the breath as we come up and breathing out to come down. Just opening everything up really gently. Then keeping the hands on the knees, we'll do some seated cat-cow. So we come into that cat pose, that arched spine, by just rolling our shoulders forward, pulling the belly in, chin toward the chest, breathing out. Breathing in, we press the heart open, the shoulders down and back. And breathing out, come back to that cat pose. Just working with your breath for a couple more. And come back to neutral. We're going to come around into a tabletop position now, so come around onto hands and knees. We'll only be here for a moment. Like I said, we won't be putting too much pressure on the wrists or the shoulders today. So we'll just come into a gentle tabletop, and we'll bring that left leg forward. So step that left leg up, between your hands, so you come into this nice runner's lunge, just a low lunge to start with. And we'll bring the hands up to the heart. We're going to just gently press this right hip forward so you feel a nice stretch down the front of that right leg, but we're also tucking the tail, drawing the belly in. And we'll just bring the hands to the heart. Nice and tall and strong. The back leg is strong, the front leg is strong. You want to make sure that knee is just over the ankle, not bending in front like that. Just keep it up nice and tall. Take a big breath in, and as we breathe out, we'll take a twist to the left side, just resting that elbow on the knee and coming around to that side. Then coming back to the front and a little counter twist to the other side. You can even lean back and get a slight little back bend there if you want to as well. If you want to bring the arm up, you can. Really stretching things, opening everything up. And then come back down. Gently bring the tips of the fingers to the floor. And we'll just press back toward that back leg, lift the front toes. And we're just bending gently forward from the hips, arching forward. Breathing in to come back up. And we'll just get a little flowy with it, breathing out to come back. Breathing in to come up. Sending the heart forward. Breathing out, trying to keep that back nice and flat. And then come all the way back to the front. We're going to start just bringing both hands inside the foot. Walk that left foot out a little bit. So you've got a little bit more of an opening through the hips. You can start to come down if that's accessible. You can pop a block down if you have one handy. Rest your arms on the block. Or just gently coming down to the forearms. Into a nice lizard pose. And if you want to move a little bit in there, that's wonderful. Just starts to kind of open things up a little bit as well. And then we'll just come on back up. Bring that leg all the way back to tabletop. And bring the other leg forward. And you're coming into that low runner's lunge again to start with. Bringing the hands up. Make sure that knee is in line with the ankle. Dropping that lower belly. Dropping the tail. Coming up nice and tall. Heart open. Breathe in, get nice and tall. Breathing out, we'll take the elbow to the knee and take that twist on the other side. Again, like with the other twist we did, we're moving from the center. And then come back to the other side, take that little counter twist and that little back bend. Again, with your back bends, using your center of strength. And then we'll come all the way back up. Back into the splits prep is what we call it. That little flow we're doing. Breathing in to come back. Before that nice stretch down the back of your leg here. Keeping nice and strong and straight through the back. This time breathe in to come forward. Opening up the heart. Breathe out to come back, lifting the toes, feeling that beautiful opening through the back of your hamstring and calf. Moving forward again. And one more of those. Back with the breath. Take the hands on the inside of the foot. Walk that foot out to the side of your mat a little bit. And then you can start to gently come down to wherever is comfortable. Just get that nice opening. Maybe move around a little bit. And then we'll come on back up. And we'll come back to tabletop just for a minute. Maybe sit back into child's pose if you want to. Finding softness in the movement. Come back on up to tabletop and we'll come back to that low lunge once again. This time just walk the foot out a little bit more to the left. And then we're going to come up, straighten up the back leg, come onto the toes. And then we'll come all the way up to a nice high lunge again, dropping the tail, Lower belly is brought in nice and strong. If you want to, you can bring your hands to your heart, or if you have the movement of things in your shoulders and you want your arms up, you can do that too. I have some issues with my left shoulder at the moment, so I'm going to keep that one nice and low. And then we're just going to come all the way up, breathing in, and breathing out, come down. Breathing in, come up. Breathing out, come down. And we can even drop that back knee just a little bit. Let that hover above the mat just for a second. Feel it wobble if it's wobbling. Then come all the way back up. Rotate the toes to the front. A little bit out to the side. So point your toes just a little bit out to the sides. Bring our hands to our heart. We're going to come down to goddess pose. So just bring the knees straight, body straight down. Sitting nice and strong. Rock a little from side to side. Coming back to the breath. If you want a little extra, you can come up onto your toes for a minute. And back to the heels. Nice. And this time we're going to take a walk over to the other side. So now our right knee is in front. We'll come back to that high lunge again. Hands can come to your heart if you like, or they can be straight up again. Up to you and your body. And we'll really engage that back leg nice and strong. We'll come up and back down. Up on the in-breath, down on the out-breath. Up on the in-breath, down on the out-breath, and we'll drop that knee a little bit. Hover that just above the ground again. And we'll come all the way up. Toes again to the front. Hands on the hips, nice and tall on the body. And then we'll hinge forward from the hips and come down into a nice wide leg forward fold. Just let everything fall and get heavy. And you can take opposite elbows if you like. We'll walk the hands over toward the right foot. Get a nice another little twist and a little stretch through the side of the body. And we'll walk it all the way back over to the other side. Come back into the high lunge, down to the low lunge, and we'll step back and into child's pose for just a minute. Get nice and soft. Let's take a nice couple of breaths here. Come back to tabletop again. We'll bring the left leg forward, so we're in that low lunge once more. Tuck the back toes, come up to a high lunge. Arms come up. And then we'll rotate that back foot slightly and we'll bring it into a nice warrior two. So line up your body so your shoulders and hips are aligned. Draw that lower belly in. Your knee is tracking out towards your little toe. Nice and tall. I'm going to bring the arms forward, hands down, as we're back to that runner's lunge almost. And then take it back a little bit and use that momentum to bring your back leg up. And then press that grounded foot really well into the ground. Use the big toe, the heel, and flex the foot. And when you're ready, bring the arms up, come into that nice, if you fall, it's okay. Come into an airplane pose, nice and strong and balanced. Heart is open, draw that lower belly in to get your balance, and bring the arms out, either behind you or out to the sides. We'll bring the hands back to the mat, and then we're going to open up that hip, so that we're now having one hip on top of the other, Hand is to the floor, or you can pop a block down. And we open up to half moon. All the way open. Nice, good bit of balance. Try and use your breath to come back if you're getting wobbly. Instead of thinking about the wobble, think about the breath. We'll bring that hand back to the mat. Leg back to the mat, come to a nice little forward fold. Bend the knees. Take a nice couple of breaths here. You move the legs, move the body. Nice breath out. As we breathe in, we're coming up to chair just for a moment. Arms are wherever is comfortable for you. All the way up to standing. And then we'll come back, forward fold. And this time we'll take the lunge on the other side. And then up. And then we'll come into warrior two. I'm going to turn around so I can see you guys working on the right side. We're into our warrior two. Breathing strong. Reaching those fingertips wide. Using the breath to stabilize the body. Using your core to stabilize the balance. Coming a little lower. And then we're going to come forward again. Back to the high lunge. Rotate that back foot. Use momentum. Use that back forward motion. Come forward and lift that back foot off the floor. Come into your airplane pose. Keep your hands on the floor if you're feeling wobbly. Bring that core in nice and strong. If you want to, bring those arms up. Keep that heart open. And just for a moment, and then we'll bring the hands down. And we'll rotate that foot open, the hip open. And rest your hand on the floor, or you can grab a block. And if you want, you can lift your arm. It's not available to me on this side, so I'm going to leave it right where it is. And then we'll come back around, bring that foot down, and into forward fold. And just rest in that forward fold. Allow your body to move with the breath in and the breath out. And then we're going to come up into chair again, breathing in, come all the way up, hands to heart. Breathing out, sit that chair down. Breathing in, come up. Breathing out, back to chair, we'll take that twist again. Sit nice and low. Weight is in your heels. Breathing in, we'll come up. And breathing out, we'll take that twist to the other side. Breathing in, we'll come up. Breathing out, back to chair. And this time up to the tiptoes. And back down and down into forward fold. I'm just going to come back up to the front of my mat. You guys stay where you are. And now we're just going to come all the way down to the floor. So you can come forward fold. That feels good. And then come all the way down. To a nice seated position. Knees up. Take a moment just to center your breathing. All right, we're going to come into just a gentle boat pose here. So we're going to come back just a little with the arms out in front. Lift the knees, lift the feet. So you're just balancing like so. And then staying nice and soft, but strong in our center. Take a breath in, and as we breathe out, just start to lower and lift. Breathing out to come down, breathing in to come up. Keep the heart nice and open the whole time. We'll do 10 of these. Gently and slowly, and nice and controlled. And I lost count, so we'll do one more. Try not to get a bend in your back like I just had. Keep it up nice and tall. And last one. And all the way up. Well done. Okay, so if you like to now, you can just give yourself a nice hug over your knees. Chin to chest, feels nice. Just round out that back again. And for the next part, if you have a block handy, that's really cool. If you don't, that's okay. Just imagine you have a block in your hands or a beach ball or something like that. We're just going to hold that out in front, like where you had your hands earlier. Tip back a little bit until you feel that core engage. Gently lift the feet. Maybe you just want to lift one, that's fine if you do. Lift two if you want to. Up nice and tall. And you breathe out, take the ball to one side. Not quite to the ground, but close to the ground. Breathe in back to center. Breathe out to the other side. Keeping that core strong. Back nice and straight. Heart open. Do 2 more sets here. And use that breath. And drop the legs and come down. Well done. Right, we'll come on down to the ground now. So take your block out of the way. If you have your strap handy, grab that. Just keep that off to the side. And we're just going to come down, all the way down to your back. Take your feet nice and wide, almost the width of the mat. And we'll just do little windshield wipers. Drop the knees to the right, nice and slowly. And over to the left. We'll just do that a couple more times on each side. And back to center. And just bring the feet together a little bit close to the back side. I'm just going to take the right ankle, pop it on top of the left knee. And maybe that's enough for you today. We're just kind of getting a nice little stretch through the hip here. If you'd like to take it a little deeper, you can lift up that other leg, maybe thread the hands in behind it, and gently hold. You're actively pushing this knee away from your body with the strength of the leg. Your hands are back here. So you're drawing in the left leg and pushing the right knee out, getting a nice opening in the hip. And release. Gently place that foot back on the ground. And switch sides. And just repeat on the other side. Gently breathing. If it's not enough just to hold the back of the thigh, you can also hold the front of the calf, of the shin, and that gives you a bit more opening in the hip as well. But just do what's right for your body today. Don't overdo it, but make sure that you've got some sensation going on. And we'll just release that leg down to the ground. If you have your strap handy, you might want to have that handy now. We're going to take a nice hamstring stretch on this side, just to continue what we were doing earlier in the class. So if you can, access the toes of the yogi toe lock, go ahead and do that. If that's not available, you can also just hold the leg or the thigh. Anywhere is good. Your legs might be a little shaky like mine are, that's okay. So you can start here. If you want a little more, you can take that other leg out straight. I'm just going to take a nice stretch here. You can gently draw it back towards yourself, keeping that low back on the ground, keeping that rooted down. Gentle breaths. You can take it out to the side, slowly and controlled. A nice opening through the inside of the leg as well. Bring it back to center. Switch hands here. And we're going to take it over to across the body now. So you should get a nice stretch through this outer band over here. If it doesn't feel like that's happening, really try to imagine your hip bone being pulled back into the socket, the leg bone being pulled back into the hip socket. So it helps kind of root that down to the mat over here. And then we'll bring it back to center and then gently bring that knee into the chest for a moment. Nice big stretch out. And then back down. Well, we'll keep that foot flat on the ground while we start the other one. And now we're going to bring that other leg up. Bring it up nice and tall. If you're using a strap, you just pop that strap around the ball of the foot right here and it's just basically an extension of the reach of your hand. So we'll show you that one on this side. And you're just holding with the same side as your body, same arm as the same leg side of your body. And if you want a little more, you can stretch out the other leg, flexing the foot. And then you can take it in over to the other side. And then bring it across to get that nice stretch on the outside of that hip there on that IT band. Remember pulling it back so that your lower back is glued to the mat as much as possible. And back to center, and then gently release. Take a nice hug, bring that knee into the chest. And then we'll bring both knees up. Make sure your strap is out of the way. And we'll just bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees fall open. The hands can be by your sides. You can have one hand on your heart, one on your belly, whatever feels good for you. We'll just rest here a moment. Let gravity do the work of opening up the hips a little more. Keeping that low back pressed into the ground. And we'll gently take hold of the legs on either side and bring the knees together. We're going to cross one knee over the other, and if you want, you can hook the foot all the way under, or you can just have it crossed over. We're going to take the foot back to the ground, and then just let it fall over to the right side. Your left leg's on top, but falling over to the right side. You can bring the arms out in a T, if that's comfortable, and just let your body really fall into that twist. You can look out to the left as well. Remembering to honour your body and what works for it on this day. As you breathe in, you really feel that twist in the belly and in the legs and in the shoulders. Come back to center, unwrap and rewrap on the other side. Place the foot down. And then just let it roll over the the weight of those twisted root legs. Just take that twist carefully to the other side and then just soften the legs, soften the back and the shoulders, and let it all release. Nice, big, deep breaths. Gently come all the way back up. Untwist the legs. Stretch them out long. Let the arms fall open on the sides. This is time for our final resting pose here. Just let the feet fall open. Let the hands fall open wherever is comfortable. Just adjust and soften everything. Close your eyes. Nice big cleansing breath in, and as you release the breath, just let your whole body soften and get heavy and melt into the mat. And I'll just rest here after that hard work for a couple of minutes. If you'd like to stay longer in Savasana, then go ahead and take all the time you need. Otherwise, it's time to start bringing attention to fingers and toes. Rub the thumb over the forefingers. Start to wiggle the toes. Step the feet to the floor. Roll over onto one side. And gently come up to a seated position. I'm just going to take a couple of nice deep breaths to close out the practice. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Feeling the body rise and fall with the breath. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Namaste.